Hi everyone, this is Kripa from the Science College of Engineering in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. We are continuing on the session of what is a servlet. So, in this session, we are going to discuss about what is servlet lifecycle. So, basically, what is a servlet lifecycle? The entire life cycle of servlet is managed by the servlet container, which use the JavaX servlets interface to understand the servlet object and manage it. So before creating a servlet object, let's first understand the life cycle of a servlet object, which is actually understanding how the servlet container managing the servlet object. So what are all could be the stages of a, servlet life cycle? So it comes under four stages. So loading a web page servlet, so then initializing the servlet, first handling, and then destroying the servlet. So let's look on the three stages in detail. So as we have discussed, there are some key points. So we can also tell that a servlet class is loaded, which is loading a servlet. Servlet instance is created like initializing the servlet. So init, so we call it as init method, which is invoke. There are the methods like service, destroy, init. Init is, which is simple form of initialization. So we use some methods to call and create like service the particular service. So servlet class is loading a servlet. The first stage of a servlet lifecycle involves loading and initializing the servlet by servlet container. So the web container or servlet container can load the servlet at either of the following two stages. Now we can use initializing the context and configuring the servlet with zero or positive integer value or like if the servlet not proceeding stage, like it may delay the loading process, means which is not until the container determines that the servlet is needed to service or not. Like we can say there could be two operations like loading and initialization. So the loading, which loads the servlet class, initialization, which creates the instance of the servlet. The container use the non-argument constructors. Like in the first step, the loading the constructors. So the instance is created, like the web container create the instance of the servlet after loading the servlet class. The servlet instance is created only once in the servlet lifecycle. So it could be created only once. So we can create a container in two stages, like initializing and then preceding stages, which may delay the loading process. So until the web container determines whether this particular servlet is needed or not. So whether the data is needed or not. So for initialization and loading the servlet, which is the first step in servlet container. So the first stage of the servlet life cycle invokes loading and initializing the servlet, which all comes under in the process of servlet container. So which only holds what is the servlet, which uses JavaX that servlet, which is an interface to identify what are all could be the method. So what we simply said for a life cycle is that servlet is born, servlet is initialized, servlet is ready to service, servlet is servicing, servlet is not ready to service, servlet is destroyed. So what we all we to say is these are all some simple English words we can determine like it is something is born. We all know that it is created, so which is initialized. We know that it is going to service, and then which is ready to service, which is have some points to perform, and then it is in the process, which is servicing, which is not ready to service. Maybe it is out of control, and then it could be destroyed. Destroyed, we all know that. So these are all the some reasons and then some stages through which the servlet passes from the creation towards destroy. So in the first we discuss about what is servlet initialization or servlet loading. So we continue on the next session. So that's all for this section. Thank you.